Hello, hello, hello. I am so excited to be here this evening with my friend and my mentor, Reverend Cathy Norman. We will be making her amazingly moist, decadent, delicious lemon ricotta cake. And there's definitely going to be some girlfriend chat going on. So come on in. If you want to cook with us or follow along with the ingredients, you can head to michellefox.com/food and you can find her beautiful recipe there. Or if you just want to sit back, relax, and learn some things, feel free to light up the comments, ask questions. We've got a hot husband in the background. He'll be looking at comments. I'm going to try my best to work the technology so I can read some questions as our beautiful Reverend Cathy is cooking. But we're just going to play. So, Reverend Cathy, welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, what a joy to play with you. I'm so happy about this.
Yay! This has been a long time coming. I think one thing I wanted to share with our community that you gave me my first grown-up cookbook. It was a Martha Stewart cookbook. I think it was like Martha Stewart Cooks Comfort Food. And that was almost 20 years ago, if you can believe it.
Yes, well, yeah, you and I have known each other since Jesus was born.
The Reverend says that, amen, hallelujah, okay. Awesome. So before we get jumping into all the baking and the moving parts, I would love to know how you even came to baking. Like, I don't even know the story. Like, how did it come to you that you're like, I think I can do this? Because before you jump in, I will tell you, I am not a baker. I can cook pretty well, but the baking, it makes me a little nervous.
Oh, good. Well, you did a pretty good job, just to let you know. Looking at the finished result, and it looks like you did good. You know, when we met in Colorado, I didn't like cooking.
Oh, really?
No, and plus, you know, I was single. I didn't like cooking for myself, and so some years ago, my husband Steve, and your husband Steve, our producers are the Steves behind the behind the camera.
Producers get some jazz hands, yes.
So they were redoing. Well, we bought a house, this house, and it really needed to be renovated. And I wanted one of those old O'Keefe Merit stoves.
Ooh.
From the 1950s. And I would look online, they were like $3,000-$4,000 refurbished. And I thought, oh, you know, that's not quite what I want to spend. And so one day I get on Craigslist and there's one in perfect order for $100.
Oh, no way! No way!
So, you're going to love this story. So I contacted the lady, and she had forgotten to put her all of her information on how to contact her. She said, if you could get here like today to pick it up, it's yours for free.
No way. That would be my Steve's dream right there.
Yes.
You fall for free. I love that.
It was amazing. So what happened was, I believe, and this might sound a little woo. I do live in California.
Love the woo. Bring it.
Well, what happened was, I think it came with a lot of cooking angels because I couldn't stop cooking. I loved it. I loved being in the kitchen. I loved baking. I loved everything about creating meals, and it was just this. What happened to me? And so when we finally got to renovating the kitchen, we had to let it go. Aww. And I asked all the angels that allowed me to, you know, play with them to stay with me. And we sold it on Craigslist for, I don't know, was it like $800 or something like that?
My girl, nicely done. That was awesome.
when they put it on the truck and it was going down the road, I couldn't stop crying. It was like, oh my God, like my best friend that gave me a whole other possibility in my life. And so I just love being in the kitchen. I'm sure you do too. I just love it. It's my happy place.
I love that story.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kitchen can be so grounding, and especially I would think when you're baking, when you're like carefully measuring and layering and putting things on. Yeah,
it is. It's very meditative.
Yeah. I love that. Well, I mean, shall we jump in? You know, I have more questions, but maybe I can sprinkle in some questions as you teach us how to bake your magic.
Yeah, so this is going to be, I just realized I'm going to need my producer. Mr. Producer.
Yes.
Could you go in the refrigerator and get the ricotta cheese?
Oh, sure.
I forgot to put that. I have everything else except for that.
Well, and as he's doing that, I'll just share with our community that don't give up if you don't see the dairy-free ricotta cheese right away. I will tell you, I went to Sprouts, that's our local health food store here. They didn't have it. I don't know if they were out because they did have the Kite Hill brand, but they didn't have the ricotta. So I'm like, I am not going to give up because I want it to taste just the way Cathy wrote it. And so I went to Whole Foods and
they had it. Oh, good.
I got it. Yeah.
And you know me, I'm a cheese person, so I would normally use regular ricotta. And I had to tweak this recipe a tad bit because it has a little bit of a different taste. So that's why we put in a little bit more lemon in this recipe. So anyway, but it turns out really good. So if you're dairy free, try this. It's really good. All right. So shall we?
Yes. Where do we jump in?
All right. So we're going to go ahead and start with, just to let you know, I'm doing everything quick and easy.
Love
and
it.
Because of that, I've got my Vitamix right here. So we're just going to dump everything in. And so this is the way to do it. So there's a half a stick of melted butter, and I like melting it like on the stove.
Okay.
These people that put in cold butter, come on now.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I used my toaster oven to melt mine.
Yes.
Those that have toaster ovens. And I also wanted to add, I used Miyoko's vegan butter because my body can't tolerate dairy, unfortunately. So I was pleasantly surprised that it still came out moist and
still came out
over here.
So the Miyoko, I tried that. So I just realized that butter is dairy.
No, and it's fine because I mean most people can tolerate it. So you're great. It's still
okay. Good.
A dairy-free recipe. So you're good.
Good.
You're on it.
Good.
You're on it.
And then what we're going to do, and I forgot this part too, and I was so organized. This is one of the things I love about my kitchen with I have everything labeled here, my spices and everything. So now we're going to have we're going to put in a little bit of vanilla, and I've got a spoon right here. I'm just going to put, it's actually 1 teaspoon of vanilla.
Okay.
But this is half a teaspoon. So 1 teaspoon of vanilla.
Yum. I can smell it through the screen. That's one of my favorite aromatherapies. I would say that kind of ties the lemon. I'm looking over here. I'm like,
yes.
So I mean, the fact that you have both in this cake, maybe that's why it's one of my new favorites. Like the best aromatherapy ever.
And it's happy. It's a happy smell.
Yes.
So then we also have a cup of sweetener. Now I like this sweetener. Have you ever tried this?
So I haven't. I've read about it, but tell me, what do they base the swerve off of?
So it's erythritol.
Okay.
And erythritol is actually fibers from fruits and vegetables. And then they put in a little bit of stevia, but it is just like sugar.
So you use it the 1-to-1 in your baking?
Yep.
Okay.
And it contains no sugar, but it tastes just like sugar. So, so one, hold on. I need my glasses.
You're good. And as Cathy does that, I will tell you, for mine, I use the monk fruit sweetener.
Oh,
the brand just happens to be Lakanto, but I know there's different brands out there.
I like them a lot.
So similar. It comes from a fruit and really easy to find. I found you can find this at Costco, King Soopers, Whole Foods, wherever you shop. You should be able to find the monk fruit.
Yes, yes. And then I thought I was really prepared. I need producer, could you get me 4 eggs, please?
Wow, you're adorable. Do you know how much I'm loving you right now?
I left things in the refrigerator, thinking, okay, I'll get them out right beforehand, and I didn't do that because I was having such a good time with you and your husband.
I know. I'm so glad you guys finally got to meet.
Yes, indeed.
Steve's got to meet each other too. That was the first for us.
Okay, so now we're going to put in 4 eggs. Yes, this is the this is the part where we're natural. We feel, we don't have to be so professional.
I love it. Absolutely. Because these are our home kitchens. We get to be who we want to be.
That is it. And, because Julia Childs, she made a lot of mistakes and she would just basically say, oh, forget it. Let's just keep on going. She picked things up off the floor.
That's like my kind of lady.
Yes, indeed.
I love it. I love it.
So we're going to put cakes in here.
Completely unrelated, I was going to tell you, I absolutely love your backsplash. It's so creative and artistic.
We love this. After Steve did this for me, he created my kitchen for me. And after putting all the tile and such on, I actually fell in love with the tile. Have you ever fell in love with something like an object? It was like, oh my God, I just love this. So now we're going to put in a 1/2 cup of lemon juice.
Okay.
Now you went to Sprouts and they actually have a big bottle of lemon juice. And it's pretty fresh. So if you want to cheat and you don't feel like squeezing your own lemons, just do that. And then we're going to put in some zest, some lemon zest, which I forgot.
Loving you right now. Do you want me to grab my zester and pretend here? Maybe we can do.
Let me just
your easel.
Yes.
Mine's in my dishwasher from last night, so never mind. You're on your own on this one. Sorry, girlfriend.
I'll just do a little bit of lemon zest in here. But it's actually, you want a teaspoon of lemon zest. Okay. And
perfect.
Okay, good. That'll do it for right now. That's really
well, and I imagine just the lemon juice and the lemon zest, like your kitchen probably just is filled with aroma right now.
Yes. Oh, I know. It is. That's the thing. And so now you want to put in your container and just put the whole thing in. Now, if you are okay with dairy, you can put 8 ounces, 1 cup of regular ricotta. But this, actually, I found it to be really pretty good. So
I was really surprised because since we're not to jump too far ahead, but since we're using the almond flour, but then this is made out of almond, I honestly was thinking, oh, this might be a little dry, but it's not. It tastes like the real ricotta to me.
Yeah, very moist.
Yeah. It's a fun surprise.
All right, so now we're going to blend this. So as I said, so hold on because it's going to be loud for a second.
Blender dance. We always do the blender dance when we're doing the blender in our community.
There you go.
I love it.
There you go. Okay, so now that's just the wet ingredients. So now we're going to put in the dry ingredients. So we've got a cup of almond flour.
Okay.
Sorry, wrong one.
You're good. And
One cup of almond flour.
While you're putting in the almond flour, and I was just talking about the almond ricotta, wondering if anybody in the community can tell us the benefits of almonds. I'm going to ask them.
I'd like to know.
I'm not logged in quite yet. So the first person to let us know maybe just even one of the many, many benefits of cooking with and consuming almonds.
Oh, I would love to know that.
Who's with us this evening?
Good. Yes, and when you find out, let me know.
Okay. I would be happy to share.
Yes.
I'll also add another tip or two.
I just cook with it for what it does, so that's always a good thing. And then we have 4 tablespoons of coconut flour.
Love it.
So but you're right. When you start putting in the dry ingredients, you start to think this is going to be kind of a dry cake.
Right.
Because really people think
gluten-free baking, I think they often are like, it's gluten-free. In fact, I had to tell you kind of a funny story really quick. Steve and I were in Playa del Carmen celebrating our wedding anniversary this past weekend. And I went to the buffet, and there, you know, they had the gluten-free items on top covered, of course, away from the regular goodies. You can. And so I went, and because of COVID, you can't do buffet to grab things. The servers have to give it to you. So I asked the server, I'm like, may I have that gluten-free brownie? And he's like, it's gluten-free. Are you sure you want it? And I was like, yes, I do. That common misperception that if it's gluten-free, then it's not going to taste good. But clearly you are telling us and teaching us it can absolutely taste delicious.
It tastes really, really good. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And there is something about the almond and the coconut together. It creates a fine taste. It adds a little bit more richness, if you will. So yeah, it can be really good, but that is a good story because most people probably think that like, oh, it's gluten-free.
Right. It's like, why does it have to be a negative? I'm like, it actually was really good.
Yes, good. So,
but yes, and also for people who might be newer to the gluten-free baking, I love that you brought up the combination because in the beginning, I mean, 20 years ago when I was diagnosed with celiac, we didn't know what we were doing. Everything actually was gross and crumbly.
It was nasty.
You know that you had to like mix different flours. And so when I saw that on your recipe, I'm like, of course she's got it. Of course she's got the flours to make it delicious.
Oh, I've got plenty of recipes done with almond and coconut it's just delicious. There's some good breads that are out there that you can make. Just put it in the Vitamix and easy peasy. All right, so then we have 2 teaspoons of baking powder.
All right. And Steve just gave me a look. Did somebody mention almonds?
Well, I responded to a couple. I asked monk fruit if that's also a 1-to-1 substitute for sugar.
Oh, great question. So yes, if you are using the Ricotta sweetener, yes, it is also the 1-to-1 replacement for baking or cooking. And then it sounds like there's another question. You've got that look.
Steve Black commented twice on
that's Steve Black.
He mentioned healthy fats and protein.
And for the win. I guess he's been paying attention. So yes, we love to use almonds because they are both a healthy protein and a healthy fat. And so it helps to balance our blood sugar, keep our digestion flowing because they actually have fiber as well. So in every single meal, I always recommend that you want at least a healthy fat, a fiber, and a protein. And
that's all inclusive.
In one meal, then you're set. And that keeps you satiated a little bit longer as well. So
right.
you didn't even know, but your recipe fits right into my food philosophy. So bravo. Yes.
And one last ingredient, and that is a half a teaspoon. And usually I do a quarter teaspoon of salt. But again, with this kind of ricotta, it needed just a little bump, if you will. So I put a half a teaspoon. Now, I would encourage people to just kind of taste it as you go along, because sometimes the lemons are a little bit more sour or not sour enough, or so this is one of those recipes you just kind of have to experiment with. But I mean, I think we're good.
I love that.
All right, here we go. Just for a minute, start
coming back with the lemon.
All right, takes about a moment.
I love it. And yours is kind of green from my side. Is it green on your side?
No.
Okay, I might be. Oh yeah, yours is like lemony, like lemon curd even.
No, but that would be kind of fun, wouldn't it?
Well, for you and I, probably not for my kids. They'll be like, green, ew.
I love it. So then you want to be able to put it. This is my favorite cake pan.
Oh, tell us more.
I love this. It's called Trudeau, Trudeau, and it's a 9x2 inch. I love these pans. I have a bread pan. I have a 8x8 pan, and anything that you put in this after you cook it, it just flips out. You don't have. A lot of times you have to put a little wax paper on the bottom or whatever. Which is fine. But love these, and they're not really that expensive. I think I paid, I'm not sure. I think it was like $15 or something for this.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
So it's really, really good. Okay, so then you're just gonna scoop it in, and it does look kind of. Oh, I meant to say. Preheat your oven to 325.
Okay, love it.
And
just doing that, I know you were talking about your fabulous pan, but I'm so grateful that in the written recipe you shared to put a piece of parchment paper on the bottom. I had never seen or heard that before, but it was brilliant because obviously when it was time to like kind of push down the sides and just flip it over, like it came right out.
Easy. It's easy.
Yeah. So thank you for that tip. I'd never done that before.
Yes, it's really easy. So now all you do is just pop it in the oven for 50 minutes. And it makes the house smell so wonderful. As you know, it really is good.
Well, last night when I was baking mine, husband was actually putting together a file cabinet for me in my new office, and it's like 2 rooms over, but he's like, what are you making? What is that smell? I'm like,
oh, good.
All right, babe, we gotta wait till tomorrow. But yes, it just smells so good.
Well, and so the next thing is you can put any kind of topping on. And, normally what they do is they put like a cream cheese glaze on something like this. And I was thinking this same brand, the Kite Hill, I just saw that they had a cashew cheese that I think you could probably do like a cheese frosting, like a cream cheese frosting. I think it would be really good.
Well, then how about this? Maybe would you be willing to come back one day and then maybe you could teach us the cream cheese frosting, maybe on top of another baking item so you can get my baking levels up?
I would love it. I would love it. Yes.
Oh, yay.
Yes.
Yay. And speaking of toppings, I'm going to make a blueberry compote in a moment, but I'm going to just turn the heat on because it takes a little bit with this stovetop. But I wanted to ask you
Yeah.
My two more interview questions, if you will.
Yeah.
One,
I'm gonna put the timer on.
Oh, smart. Because yeah, the way you and I get talking, that's probably really smart. We don't want to like start smoking in like an hour or two.
Yes.
But with all the things that you've been experimenting with and practicing with, do you have a favorite recipe that you do like to bake?
Oh, I love to bake. So, you know, I'll tell you something that is really good. That since we're coming into Thanksgiving, I make a bread that is really, really delicious. And it's got flaxseed in it. It's also got almond meal in it. And that bread during Thanksgiving, I make the best stuffing out of that.
Oh, that sounds so delicious.
It is so delicious. So I can give you that recipe because it really, it's hearty and it's just, I think, truly one of the best stuffing recipes. And I kind of got some from each, you know, different people here and there. But that is one of my favorite meals. Well, if I was on a desert island and they said you can only have two things to eat, it would be bread and butter.
That's my girl. And I love that because you get the sweet and savory mixed together. You don't,
exactly.
You don't have they're like sweet or salty. You're like, yes.
Yeah.
We'll keep them together. So that sounds amazing. And then related to that, I know you've talked a lot about keto living and keto baking.
Yeah, I'm a keto head. I everything that I make is keto, which goes along with gluten-free, but not the dairy-free. And so, but it, you know, after making this, because you challenged me, and after making this with this kind of ricotta, the dairy-free ricotta, I thought, you know, we could give this a try and not have as much dairy. Because I do, it's almost just about every other day that I have dairy. And however, I don't know if you remember, Michelle, but years ago I was dairy-free. I didn't eat any dairy. And when I got introduced to keto, I thought, I'm going to give this a try. And it was dairy all the time.
Well, I mean, if it works for your body, I definitely not judge. I try to meet people where they are. I will say a lot of people in my community are typically 40 plus, and a lot of the females in this community, we're talking about menopause, so the perimenopause, postmenopause, and I found actually following Dr. Anna Kavecka, who talks about the keto lifestyle, I feel so much better. Oh, because by the way, I am going through menopause right now, and so I'm like, that's probably an important detail right there.
Yeah.
So I think from personal experience that when I am on that keto lifestyle, like it's amazing how good I feel. Like more energy, I sleep better.
Yes.
Lower hot flashes, they're not as intense. So
yeah. And there is something to our bodies, you know, they just start doing things without our permission.
Yes. Yeah, what is that all about? Without our permission. I like that.
Exactly.
So now this blueberry compote, well, that's what I call it, the compote. We're gonna just experiment because I actually haven't made this before. Hot husband is the breakfast king in our house. So he gave me specific instructions, and you know, listening to the man, that's always been a challenge my whole life. So we'll see how far we go. I just poured in maybe a half cup wild blueberries, and then maybe 2 teaspoons of the sugar. And the sugar meaning the monk fruit. Yeah. And then I just did 2 tablespoons of, it's probably 3 tablespoons of water. And I'm just gonna let this cook down a little bit to kind of create its own delicious syrup.
Now, let me ask you, was that frozen blueberries or fresh?
Why, thank you so much for asking. They were frozen and they happen to be wild blueberries. And wild blueberries, a lot of people don't know, are higher in antioxidants than the already very high in antioxidant blueberries. But they also are another step in detoxifying. So they are awesome at detoxifying our blood systems and our, what? Okay, see, when that happens, I get to blame menopause. Menopause. I'll just say they're excellent at detoxification, the wild blueberries, which the regular blueberries don't necessarily have those detox properties.
Yes, good. You made it.
Thanks for, sticking with me through that one.
Yeah.
So now these are cooking down a little bit. And as I mentioned, thank you again for sharing your recipe in advance. For our friends who want the recipe, just go to michellefox.com/food and you'll see Reverend Cathy's gorgeous face next to a beautiful lemon ricotta cake. And I don't have the fancy pan that you did. So mine came out, I did a square pan. I did a square baking pan. Thank you. And while this is simmering down, I'll take a minute to kind of cut into it. And then kind of random question, but you and Steve are in Ojai, California, correct?
We are in Ojai, California. Yep. And
so you have ample access to the fresh lemons and the fresh citrus.
We do. We live in a neighborhood that there's just tons of, well, we have a great orange tree out back, but you walk around and people have lemons just growing in their garden, oranges, and limes. You can just go around, pick whatever you want. And it's just really nice. There's one guy that has the best lemons, the best lemon tree. And I feel guilty because I'm the one that picks a lot of them.
You're picking it out. You're like, yes, please. Thank you. Oh,
Exactly.
what a blessing.
So let me ask you about your pan.
Yeah.
Is this the eco-friendly, non-toxic pan? I don't know the name of it.
Yes, ma'am. So this one is actually a copper pan. So I recommend to my students to avoid a lot of the non-sticks just because those chemicals can kind of leach out into our food.
Right.
So I prefer just straight up stainless steel. And the biggest complaint I get is, but it's so hard to clean. And I'm like, well, just use a little bit more oil and or just soak it overnight and you'll be fine.
Yeah, good.
And I know you just asked me about the pan or the pot, but I wanted to also share, I just put in a little bit of arrowroot flour to kind of thicken up this syrup that I'm creating. Because a lot of people like to use cornstarch for the same effect, but the cornstarch comes from corn, and corn is often an inflammatory ingredient in most of our bodies just because of the way it's harvested in 2021. It's just, I don't recommend corn for.
Good. I'm glad to hear you do that. Yeah, arrowroot is just, it's a pure ingredient.
Yeah, straight from the earth.
And it does, right. And it doesn't take long to thicken up a sauce with arrowroot.
Yeah, you can see my blueberries are kind of jumping around.
Look at how beautiful
that is. I love it. I am just gonna spoon a little on top and I'll see if husband wants to come try out what he's been smelling for 24 hours now. No pressure, babe. Are you willing to come taste it?
There's dessert involved.
Oh, he said there's dessert involved, so he's in.
Nice.
I let him taste it. I know you and your Steve said you have a prayer that you like to use with your family.
We do. We have a prayer that we use, and Yeah, my darling Steve bailed. He had to take the dogs for a walk.
I understand. We know how that goes around here.
Exactly. For those, for your viewers, maybe they don't know, I used to be a minister. I was a minister for 37 years. And so prayer is a big deal. And I was telling the two of you about how I saw the before and after of a meal before it was blessed and a meal afterwards. And you could see from Kirlian photography the light that came out of the meal just by blessing it. So one of the things that we do is we bless our food. And I'll send this to you, Michelle, if you want to send it to your viewers. And then if they feel like they want to use it. So this is the one we use every night, and we just kind of put our hands over whatever it is that we're eating, and we just go, we thank Great Spirit for the resources that made this food possible. We thank the Earth Mother for producing it. We thank the plants and animals who gave of themselves to nourish our minds and bodies. And we thank all those who labored to bring it to us. May the wholesomeness of the food before us bring out the wholeness of the spirit within us. And so it is.
So it is.
So you just injected beautiful light into that lemon.
Oh, my heart is beating. I'm like, I'm so happy. I don't know if I need to eat now, except for that it's smelling really good. So I think I do need to eat.
So while you guys try this, one of the things that that is what I love about this prayer is that it acknowledges all the people that go into one product. So for instance, you got your Kite Hill, and it has almonds, and it's got enzymes. And so if you think about all the people there's thousands of people that go into just this product,
right? And,
the
packaging on top of the food,
and then the people that do the packaging, exactly, the people that planted the almond seeds in the first place, and then the people that shipped them over, and there's thousands and thousands of people behind one product. And if you think about all the products we just put into the lemon ricotta cake, there's much to be grateful for. So enjoy your lemon ricotta cake as we just gave thanks to all those who labored to bring it to us.
Oh, that is so powerful. Thank you, Reverend Cathy.
Absolutely. Okay.
Now let's see.
Is it good? All right, Steve, how is it?
So good. The happy hubby. We like the happy hubbies, right?
That is so good.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
I just got an eye roll. Thank you, Cathy. You wanted to see for marriage.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
And it's really good. What I love, it's sugar-free. It's not like super fattening or any of that. Unless you ate the whole cake, which sometimes you feel like, oh my God, just one more little sliver.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know, thank goodness, like the camera's on, or else this would probably have disappeared already, because that is it's like light, but it's also moist, and
I know
there's some density to it. Like, that is delicious, Reverend Cathy. Thank you.
I'm so glad. So let me tell you how we got this recipe.
I want to know. Yes.
Okay.
But no, take this with you, because you're gonna want it. Sorry, Steve's gonna go check to see if there's any questions before we go while you're telling your story.
Yeah.
So no, I want to hear this story.
Well, so when Steve and I we went to Europe, and one of the ways that we travel is we just rent a car and go. We don't really know where we're going. But we ended up, I know, it's so much fun.
But is he a Sagittarius too? Sorry to interrupt again.
What's that?
Is he a Sagittarius as well, like you and I?
No, he's a Pisces.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, the adventurer. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's thank God he likes to be the adventurer with me.
Yes.
Because, you know, well, you're my fellow sister Sag, so we like to travel.
Yes.
So we get in the car and we find ourselves on the Amalfi Coast. And so we check to see, you know, what's available. We found a bed and breakfast on this cliff, and it was gorgeous. We had our own veranda and our own cook.
Oh my gosh, that is the dream right there.
I know. It was so serendipitous. I could tell the angels of serendipity just planned out this whole thing. So every morning we would come out to this big table of freshly baked pastries.
Oh,
now, you know me, I don't eat sugar.
Right. Every time I look at you're like, sugar, no thank you. Right.
No. And then gluten. I said,
right.
I'm not eating that. And Steve was like, oh, you know,
yeah.
He's like, oh.
Yeah, sounds very familiar.
So he bit into a lemon ricotta cake.
Okay.
And this is the best thing I've ever tasted. And so he said, can you replicate this sugar-free? So I asked the lady for the recipe, and it was all in Italian. I had to bring it home and had it, you know, you know how you do it on Google, you can transfer the language. So I got the recipe. I still have her handwritten recipe. It's so sweet.
Love it.
So I just substituted things here, and it's a very simple recipe. I mean, it's a very wholesome, simple recipe. So we don't use the regular flour, and we don't use the regular sugar. But other than that, it was basically the same. And that's what you're tasting tonight. And again, we substituted, you know, the ricotta. So that's how we came upon this recipe. Pure Italian.
I love it. And I love your commitment. You're like, we're going to figure this out.
We're going to figure it out.
We're going to make the substitutions. And then for you to even make another substitution for me, I am sincerely honored and sincerely grateful.
Absolutely. What a joy.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So good. Ask Steve, are there any questions or comments at this point?
No questions. Twyla Rivers just gave a quick.
Oh, hi, Miss Twyla. So great to have you here.
Andrea Johnson.
Andrea, so happy you're here. Good luck with all your studies this evening.
Sheila and Donnie.
Mamacita. Oh, and Donnie. Oh, Donnie is definitely one of our soul sisters with the travel. She
good.
Took to a whole nother level though. Her whole life is travel. Like, actually, anybody that's listening, go follow Donnie is Simply Alive on Instagram, and you will just fall in love with her photos like I do.
Yes.
With a woman. So thanks for being here, Donnie. Great to
Nice. Good. I love it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Reverend Cathy, where can people find you if they want to learn more about you or follow you?
You know, right now there is no place to find me.
And I feel like I got the golden ticket. Like, you have to come to me to talk to her.
You know, so one of the things I'm going to start doing again, and so I'll let you know, because I used to have a website called Mystic Sundays, and that was for bringing families back into having the Sunday dinners. Do you remember Sunday dinners?
Yes.
I know you and your family.
One of my favorite parts of growing up, when everybody just slowed down. Exactly. And there were no cell phones back then, so we didn't have that distraction, but yes.
Yes. And so I want, my mission is now, and I'll let you know when, and so I'll have you on my YouTube channel, but my mission is to bring back healthy Sunday dinners for families. And right now with COVID and such, we need community, and whether it is, you know, bringing your family together in one place, or what we do, because both of our daughters, one is in Northern California and the other one's in Chicago. So we do a Zoom call.
Oh, good.
And have everybody with their meal. and we do a little Zoom call and have our Sunday meal together. So that's usually when we do have them, it's at 4:30 California time, and then and then in Chicago at 6:30. So you know, there's a way to do that, but I'm really dedicated to bringing Sunday dinners back, and however that looks. But I think, you know, whatever happened to Sunday dinners, I don't know, but we've forgotten about them.
No, that is a beautiful gift. With
Yeah.
us having a blended family, the kids are kind of stuck having dinner with us. That's kind of like our number one family rule is home, stay in the house, and we're usually out on the patio, but dinners, no exception. We're together every night.
Good.
We try to extend that to our extended family once a month. But I really love the idea of just creating that community and what family looks like to you individually, like on a weekly basis. Because as you said, it's just so healing. And I know we get a lot of oxytocin when we're around people that we love and eating really good and healthy food. So I totally support you. So please let me know how I can continue to move forward.
I will, yeah, because I think it's really important. And what were some of the meals that you had for your family dinner? What were some of the things that you used to do?
Oh, thanks for asking. Because actually, I'll give you a little sneak peek. Our holiday show that we're planning here for Facebook Live in December, I'm bringing my mom in, and she's going to make the tacos.
I love it.
Tacos. She grew up in El Paso, Texas, so very close to the Mexican border. So to me, they taste like Mexico. That's what it makes me think of, because they're just amazing, homemade, yummy tacos. So if I have to pick one meal, that's the meal I usually ask for her to make for me.
That is fantastic. Oh, I love it. I love it. Your mom's so cool. That is so great. Yeah. We used to do, we would go to church, and then we would come home, and my dad would have, you know, he'd have the charcoal. It was usually something that he grilled. And I remember he would just take the lighter fluid and just like, you know, just pour the lighter fluid. And then he'd say, kids, run for your lives. And then it was that explosion. We loved it. We loved
it. Of course you did as kids. And would he throw on like the steaks and the chickens and
yeah. That was every Sunday. And so I'm sure some of your viewers probably have some really good memories of their Sunday dinners. And, you know, some people have a specific recipes that they do, a pot roast or whatever, but it's always kind of amazing when I ask people, what did you have for your Sunday dinner normally? And there's always a really good memory and a really good recipe.
Oh, that is so powerful. I just got goosebumps again. All right. Well, you know, I'll be following you and looking for more inspiration, just because just talking to you is inspirational for me. So thank you for being in my life. Thank you for being with us this evening. And thank you for sharing this amazing recipe.
Absolutely. That is my joy. And you and Steve just enjoy the rest of your lemon ricotta cake.
We will. No kids tonight, so we'll see how long this sticks around.
Yeah.
Make any promises.
Yeah, that could be dinner right there.
Exactly. It just might be.
Yeah. Well, God bless you, and thank you, all of your viewers, and just enjoy the rest of your week, my dear friend.
Thank you so much. You as well. And those who are watching, again, go to michellefox.com/food, and you'll find Reverend Cathy's gorgeous, amazing recipe. And then if you want to get in touch with her, of course, feel free to DM me, send me an email, and we'll get you connected. So
perfect. Good.
Yay. Thank you. And I love you.
I love you too, sweetie pie. God bless.
You. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.